So today we are going to continue discussing about normal distribution. Okay, where were we? So we passed this. We did some problems, right? I give you, yeah. This was the last time my homework number 7, correct? Toscala?
Yes,
No.
teacher.
Yes, this was the homework number 7. So in this homework number 7, let's just together we solve problem number 1 and problem number 2 together. Because if we solve this, I think you will understand how we can do that already. So let's just do that, all right? So let's start with problem number 1. All right, so problem number 1 stated that, so you want to find the probability of the area of the shaded area. So now you know from this figure, you know that this area over here, kung si figure na name, imi hatene katak area ida be ihalarang nene area under this curve ne makavalor ida ne. So that's 0.044066. That you know, but the first thing before we can know that, but how do you get this area? Okay, so if we want to represent it in the sekaring ita hakara to representa o insama katuhetang area ida ne ia expressão probabilidade. Então ita benedian kata probabilidade between 0 to z to this unknown z value is equal to this area. To ne comprende kale? Equação ida ne comprende kale? Tama saya mau kira equação nessa ne? E perguntas rumah, compreende da ne equação da ne kale? Anybody knows?
What was the question again, teacher?
Why do I write this equation over here? How do I get this equation?
Because the probability is
So basically, all I'm doing is I'm translating this figure over here. I'm translating that into this equation over here. Now my question is, does anybody know how I do it? How I do that? Anybody know how I do that? So basically, again, I repeat there, what is our objective here is to find the area under this curve, yeah? Ito ni objektivo ne makakarakatotene area y curva ni niokos. Area curva ni niokos ne corresponde directamente a probabilidade. Ida ni mi atene na, los galay? Correct? Los galay?
yes, teacher.
Y me aprende una semana kutuk liba kata area y curva niokos ne corresponde directamente a probabilidade. Agora, ihan nene area ne ninye valor ni hatene tena. Area ne ninye valor ne maka 0.4066. So ini tahatene tena my babe tahatene ne kata kusi zero ne antao sekarik obat tabela. Bahiri tabahari tabela sekarik how kerek probability of z equals to 0 idane maka idane be. Dene 0 ne mane to z equals to 0 ne mane. Entao idane ne corresponde ba everything here blue ne to the left of that line. Losto? Ne may azul ne. Agora. Nema ya azul ne. Ne zero ne mane. Agora. Se kare kawa kara buka z ida fali ne niang z ne ida de valor ida ne saida hala tene da. I don't know that, but how atene kata ida ne to the left of this value ne makida ya azul ne. Lo salai. Nebe technicalmente ne how dihan kata how ne ida husi z but ida ne ba ne maka z. Husi ida ne ba ne maka be green nene. Husi be nene. Zero nene maka azul ida ne. Então, how menos ida area ida green nene, how menos ba ida blue nene give me the red one. Yes or no? Basta?
Yes,
How
yes,
menos
teacher.
the green? So green minus the green, the area of the green minus the area of the blue, that will give me the area of the red one. That's correct, Los Galay?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, and now how do I express that? So if I want to, that's why I express this in a probability. So meaning probability between 0 and some unknown value. Between 0 and some unknown value. The z is between 0 and some value. Okay, that's why I write between 0 and some z value. Okay, nebe how will I translate fali? How will I represent fali? Expressão da nene, how will I carry fali sa ne? Probability of the z, ini makita green ne, this is the green. Right? This is the green. Probability of that z value, which we don't know what z it is, minus the probability of that equals to 0, which is the blue. Lo salah? Agora hane hoto ita ba tinggal hare ya tabela de. Agora ita tene kata probabilidade ba z ne g equals to 0 ne ma ita tene tena. Mabe ita tene kata ida nene equals to this. This one is the area under that curve. We know that this is equal to 0.4066. And we also know that probability of z equals to 0 is 0.5 because we look it from the table, right? Imihare z equals to 0 is this. So this is the g equals to 0 is 0.5 from this table over here. Lost all? Okay.
Yes, teacher.
And then you just transform muda file idane back to the left side and then just rearrange the algebraically. You get 0.4694066 plus 0.5 equals to 0.9066. Okay. Okay, ang tawag ito yung probabilidade naman 0.9066. Berarti ito niya valor z nebe corresponde ba area da nemak sa ida. Anto yung hariya tabela ne. 0.9066 ne may nebe. 0.9066 ne nebe. Yung tabela ne nebe. 0.9066. 90 ne man eh. This one. This. Here. 9066. Which corresponds to 1.32. What's the lie? So 9066 ne mane. So let's start. Which correspond to 1.32. Lost now? 1.32. And now ito niya z value is equal to
1.32.
1.32. So now you find that your z is equals to 1.32. So ini comprende ka lang?
Yes, teacher.
Ya kok preguntas rumah, any questions?
None, teacher.
¿Qué preguntas? Ok. Michelle, ¿qué preguntas?
Okay, teacher, still confused in 0.5. Can explain again?
0.5 ina nene. Ne mayusi nene. Z equals to 0 nene, mayusi tabela nene. We know that probability of Z equals to 0 is this. ¿Comprende, Ale?
Comprende, teacher.
Ok. ¿Ya está pregunta, Celo? All right. So next time bahiri imba exami tem que print tabela ruane. Ida nene ya tabela positivo niyang. Ida fali ya tabela negativo ne tem que print lori hoto ya. Pota minha formula Celo. All right. Next, I have to problem number 2. Okay, problem number 2 fali makida ne. Ninya area ne makaida ne. Maybe agora ne kan ninya area ida be shaded region ne makaida ne re. Ida be to the left ne. Ninya area ida ne be niya be. Ita kara katubuka ne mane ne be ida tinggal buka net valor z ne masaida. Ita ten teona. Ita la precisa ta minus be 0 minus ba z la precisa. Tamba se ben hira ita z 0 minus ba ne ita buka fal da ne fali. Sa ita kara representer niya formula kara ita kerek. P equals to Z equals to what value? Maka equals to 0.0188. Okay, idane ba corresponding ba idane niya? Corresponding ba be idane niya? May be sekarik ya. Perguntas ne may takara kuso fali area idane. Antay takerek ko isa. Idane fali takerek fali probability of some unknown value Z between some unknown value less than 0. Basta? Some unknown z value between this unknown value which you don't know between this to 0. Nebe ita ako mabe ita ko satu buka ida azul ita to akarak buka may damiane. Nebe ita langsung bahari ya tabela de tona. Ita langsung bahari tabela. Ya tabela ne valor ida nebe maka valor ida nebe maka corresponde ba iha 0.0188. Ne iha diretamente iha kala imi hareto ke tabela ne. Exact value ne sa iha kala. Hari ya tabela ne. Hari ya tabela positivo la iha agora mi hari fali negativo. 0.0188, okay? 0.017, 0.01876 may hane, 0.018831, 0.019 de mane. Losto, antau niene entre valor ruane. Niene clarang entre scenario ne clarang, losto. Nebe
Yes, teacher.
nine valor esattamente ne la iha ida. Então, isama itatubukay da ito thank you usa linear interpolation. That usa interpolação ita kerek por exemplo sa ne. Z denes ita tene kata probabilidade ba z da ne maka ita tene 0.0188 ne lo to. Então ita area fali probability z equals to negative 208 ne corresponde ba ninya area da ne 0. Ne. Tambah ita tene katak 0.0188 ne entre valor ruane. Tang ida ne mane corresponde ba ne. Ida fali ne corresponde ba iha ida ne fali. Então, se karik ita ne valor ne maka 0.0188 anto ita ne valor z ne sa ida. Wasto? Então, ita kerek date ita ni niya interpolação linear hane sane. Imitau imine valor idane imitau tuma hene imi menos fila fali imine valor idane e depois iha ninya denominador ni imitau na fating idane maka tumai imi menos fila fali valor ida imi lahatene ne anesa ne agora mai fali ida ia sorry mos tem que halo anesa la atau halo interpolação ni imi tem que valor ne imitau bane tem que na fating imitau ya sorry nebe valor ida ya iha sorry ida nene imi tem que taulu ke letene maka corresponde ba ida nebane tem que tahu maka ida ne maka mai ene lo zalai menos vali ida ne now menos vali ida be ida okos ne tambah saida tambah ida ne min 2,07 ne min 2,08 valor ida ne kan ida ne corresponde ba ida ne lo sto ne mi hare ne valor sir ne corresponde ba mal ida ne corresponde ba ida ne corresponde ba ida ne corresponde ba ida ne okay então 0.09 imitaw ida ne tahu na ba anto may fali milori fali 0.09 ne imitaw na fatin fali iha ni niya no denominator na sa ne what okay so antau ita ni niya be antau yan imi tenki minus fali 0.01923 dane minus fila fali ba iha idane setelah imi tahu tu tiyan sa kan this is just a matter of algebra nito na Masalah imi enche te valor sira sa nene imi tinggal halo algebra calculação imi hetan z is equal to negative 2.079 which this value is between these two values. Masalah? Comprende kala interpolation perguntas rumah?
None, teacher.
Any other questions? Does anybody has a question? All right. Okay, so that's the that's problem number 2 because say mi comprendo ni nanekan imi bel halo na problem number self yeah. I'm expecting everybody be able to do the other problems, all right? All right, what about this? Find the z value to the left of the mean so that 98.87% of the area under the distribution curves lies to the right. Okay, what about let's work on problem, let's say letter A of problem 47 and letter B of problem 48, and then the rest you can practice it on your own. Okay, so for example, ita halo uluk problem ida 47 letter A na ya. Ita halo uluk problem 47 letter A. Okay, ini diyan sa nabay. Find the z value katak ita kada kata buka valor z value ida to the left of the mean, the z value to the left of the mean. Ita ni left of the mean ni mana ya? Ita ni mean ni mana? Ida makita ya klarang los ne. Find the z value to the left of the mean so that 98.87% of the area under the curve lies to the right of it. So that means that we want to find this value. What is the z value over here? What is the z value over here? What is the z value over here? So that 98 points, all the area to the right of this value is what? The probability of this is what? How many percentage? Ito na yung hira. Say that region din, hindi yung hira. This is
98.87.
Which is it equals to 0.9887. Was it right?
Yes, teacher.
So that means what is this z value that corresponds to this area over here? O isa makita tubukay na ne. Então, se karikaw buka usa tabela, probabilidade se karikaw buka ya tabela, basala, hawatene katak idanene total husi idane ba ihane. Okay, let's say suppose total husi area tomak husi idane tama to sorry ne total hira. What is the total of this?
100%.
100 what? 100% or equals to 1. Lost kalay?
Yes.
Okay, but we want to find this value in the red over here. So in order to find the one in the blue, you say that, so the probability, so basically what you're saying is that a probability that is in the blue, probability of the z value, which is you don't know, is equal to 0.9887. That idanema kita tenan. But probability of the z value can be represented by 1 minus probability of that red value that. Okay, I'm wrong. Salah lai, tuan lai ya. I think I write it mistakenly. Okay, again, probability ba area in the blue nene ita bele halo ekspresang kata 1 minus the probability of that z in the red. With this z value you don't know, but this will equal to the total area of 0.9887. This expression mi comprende, to expressão mi comprende kale. This mathematical expression.
Yes, teacher.
Ida mi comprende ya? Okay. Então hanesane ita just simply that, therefore you can just simply rewrite probability of z equals to what value is equal to 1 minus 0.9887. Was it right? Então you know that 1 minus 0.9887 is what? That will be 0.0113. Okay. So what is the area? What is the z value that corresponding to this area over here? And time we think about a tabela ida negativo niniane. Never 0.0113. 0.0113. Remember this number. 0.0113. let's look at, is there an exact value of 0.0113? 0.0113, 0.0113, 0.0111, 114 maiha. Okay. No, this is 0.00. I said 0.0113, 0.0113, 0.0119, here, 0.01130. Let's start. Name it.
Yes, teacher. Okay.
Berarti that corresponds to a z value negative 2.228.
2,
2.28. What's the line?
yes, teacher.
Negative 2.28. So therefore, your unknown z value is equal to negative 2.28.
2.28.
Okay, so this is your answer. This is your answer. Comprende to? Y preguntas rumah. Any questions?
None, teacher.
Preguntas rumah? Lain perguntas rumah kay Mr. Sherlock, lain perguntas ka? Alright, saya usul lain perguntas, ha continua ladat mana eh. Ya, continua na fatin net mana eh. Alright, ini bela screenshot, ini akara screenshot, ini screenshot bahawa to apa ka na.
Totoo na, teacher.
Alright. Okay, agora ita hala fali ida nebe. Antaw imi atenon ida ida be 47B o 47B. Nene imi bel halo rasik to. Agora ita halo fali be soida 40 kira mana? 48 kira nebe. 48 ABC ni demi akar kita hali nebe. Tala mutu kira nebe. Ha? Ida nebe ma be susar liu. Of the area and distributed lies to the left of it, distributed lies to the left. Ida nebe mesti mi akar kita karak imi akar kita halo. All right, so homework number 8, yeah. Homework number 8. Ne problem number 1 na makita ne. Problem 1, problem 2, problem 3. Problem 3 may dane. Problem 4 na manin. Agora ida be 48 bini ta si hala mutuk yan agora. Okay? 48 bini agora ta si hala mutuk yan agora. All right, 48 says we want to find the z value to the right of the mean. Z value to the right of the mean. Okay, screenshot tira ne. Homework number 8 kira ne. Screenshot tira sila.
Screenshot na, teacher.
Okay, good. Problem 1, problem 2, problem 3, problem 4. Okay, ida beni tas alam mo to agora. All right. So we want to find the value, the z value to the right of the mean so that 69.80%, 85% of the area under the curve lies to the left of it. We want to find the z value. What is the z value over here, or what is the z value over here? Ida nene arbitrary ay how secret man eh. Never ability ambe. Ida nene how secret that is what is the z value that corresponds to that makes this area to the left of this is how many percent? Ida?
69.85%.
69.85% or equal to 0.6985. Okay. Now, how do I do that? Okay, never if I go to the table, this is if I find whatever value of z corresponds to this, that's just directly the value of that. I don't need to do minus and plus anymore, right? Because this is already to the left of that line over here. Ne, yata na left ne. Sekarang kita nema to the right kanta tinggal minus 1 minus to that region. Maybe ida na left na tinggal babuka tabela din 0.6985. Tabatok tabela 0.6985 ne po. Yan negative lah ya to. 0.6985 negatif lah ya. 69 lah, ada 5 mana ba? Nanti kita bayar ya positif niya. 0.6985 toh. 0.6985 ni ano ba? 6985. What is 6985? 6985. What is it? Okay, here it is. 6985 is here. 0.6985. Can you guys see that?
Yes, teacher.
Ida nene corresponde ba z value sa ida? 0.5
0.5.2.
0.52, right? 0.50.
Yeah.
0.52. So all you need to do right now is just write z equals to
Yep.
0.52. Okay, so now all you need to do now is just simply probability of the z value of unknown which equals to 0.6985 is equals to 0.52. Correct? ¿Comprende todo? ¿Todavía comprende gala? ¿Y preguntas rumah? Sekarik maka dali datang sekarik maka ini bahari ya tabela maka valor nela iha antang imi tengki halo saida imi tengki halo interpolação los galera
Yes, teacher.
comprende to nebe interpolação imi atene halo na tau hawa tudo ba interpolação imi halo nessa nene halo nessa entre valor ruane. This is how you do linear interpolation. Okay? Any question? Any perguntas rumah? Nebe homework number 8 ni problem hat ya. This is problem number, there's four problems in homework number 8. Okay. ¿Qué preguntas rumah?
No,
Questions?
teacher.
All right. So la pregunta si ta continua de tona ya. Now what about this one? Let's do 49 and I don't know which one is the thing we can do. Find two z values, one positive and one negative, that are equivalent from the mean so that areas in the two tails add to the following tables. Okay. Now, agora yan ene problem number 4 na to. Agora yan problem number 5 ya, homework number 7. This is problem number 5. Maybe imihalo maka ida aho chene. Agora itahalo mutuk maka bene ya. Okay. This one is not. Problem number 5, but not this one. Okay, not this one because we will do this together. Okay, so nidia sene find two z values. Ita cara buka valor z value rua, either positivo, either negativo, that are equidistant from the means. Imi comprende sa ida ma equidistance galay. Equidistance na dia sa equidistance. Ne dia sa distancia nebe hanesa. Equal
Equal distance.
distance. Okay. Okay, that means equidistance means equal distance. So you want to find a z value that is an equal distance from the mean. Which one is the mean? The mean is in the middle. Okay, let's make some arbitrary value. Let's just came up with some arbitrary value. I don't know whatever z value here, but whatever I put here, the z value is also the z value. Okay. Anyhow, I'm well aware that agora daw niya tole dua pas ya, maybe los dua pas. It's just valor arbitrary that is may tahu ini. For example, tahu ini per ini distancia ni hanesa. Kalau kita tahu pas bagi dua lah. Let me just put it here. Okay. Okay, what is the z value? This is the z in the positive. This is the z in the negative. We want to find the z value that from the mean so that the areas in the two tails of the following values, katak area tail ruan nene, tail idane, area idane, let's call this area 1 plus the area 2 idane, nebe tadi yang katak area 1 plus baninya area 2 ne equal to sana 10% or 0.1. तो इन्हें comprende gale. So ini comprende to katak linear area in the two tails is 0.1 or 10%. How do I do that? How do I find the z value? Então, se cada total area ne maka 10%, então sira naroon ni equidistance, então area ida hira. Iha ne tenki iha. Area 1 has to be 5% or 0.05, and area 2 has to be also equal to
5.
5% or
5%.
0.05 also. Basically, então ita
Yes, teacher.
hatene katak area 1 ita hatene, então ida nene to the left of that value. Então we just say probability of what that z value, what we don't know, which equals to area 1, which is equal to 0.05. Okay. Oh, lali ko usa area 1 hatara 0.05 na ito. 0.05. Okay. Então 0.05 ni corresponde ba z ni valor sa ida. Então ita mabuka yung tabela, hari de positivo o negativo itare to. The probability 0.05 ni NB, mono ba NB? 0.05 ni yan gala 0.05. I think we can find it here in the negative. 0.04 manehela. Na to? Niya husud ne 0.05 exatamente ya. Mabe ene exatamente 0.05 la ya. Ita iha maka 0.04947 patan 0.050. Idane ruan ito. Agora
Yes,
imi toma nota. Between negative 1.6 niya corresponde ba iha 1.6064 ne corresponde ba iha 0.05050 and then negative 1.65 ne corresponde ba 0.04947. Okay, imi akere kina ne, akere kene sida hauso filafal. Maybe ita akara katubukan ne masaida. Ita akara katubukan ne 0.05, which we don't know this x value over here. Masalah? Ita usually interpolação. Imi akere kina ne ya. Sida for valor ne may ya. 0. Negative 64, negative 1.65. Okay? Negative 1.64, 1.65. Ini valor ne sada. Imi akere kina ka sida.
0 ko teacher.
La akere kina tiya kota kikuang wane.
I already wrote it down, teacher.
Okay, so negative 1.64, negative 1.65. Okay, so that means negative 1.64 is what? What is the corresponding area or probability?
0.05
0.050.
And then negative 1.65 is corresponding to 0.04947.
4947.
But we want to know is 0.05, correct? So you don't
Yes,
know
teacher.
this. So you just have to do linear interpolation. You take, so you have negative 1.64 minus 1.6, negative 1.65. You divide that by negative 1.64 minus this unknown value x, which is a z, yeah, equal to negative 1.64 corresponds to 0.05050 minus 0.04947, and then it occurs 0.05050 minus 0.05. So what is this x value over here? All you need to do is plug it into calculator, or you can calculate it manually. But since I have a calculator, I will do it in calculator. 1.64 minus negative 1.65, negative 1.64 minus. Anybody calculating also?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so what you get? 0.05050 minus 0.04947, 0.05050 minus 0.05. So what you get? I get about negative 1.645. 645, I think. Which is between this, okay? Which is correct. So that means the z value that we don't know over here is equal to negative 1.645. Now, the beauty of this is that the beautiful thing about this, katak sekarik niya maka-equidistance, nini z negativo ihane maka-equidistance ya, então sa idanema negative 1.645, idasori ni automaticalmente 1.645. That's the beauty of equidistancing. Katak idasori ni maka nini valor z ni imitinggal trokaret nini sinar. So imihalta na kalkulasan mo idanema heta negative 1.645, então idanene automaticamente imihetan tayo na. Just change the positive from negative sign to positive sign. Because they are equidistant, they are the same thing. Comprende na?
Comprende, teacher?
Yes,
All
teacher.
right. ¿Te preguntas, Ruma? Any questions?
No,
None, teacher.
Sure.
Yes. ¿Hay más tus preguntas? All right. Se la haya preguntas, Ruma, y te continúa, ¿ya? All right. What about this? Can somebody read this for me, please? Ildefanus, please. Read this for us.
Most scholarships in Timor-Leste require applicants to take English tests, either TOEFL or IELTS. Scores on the TOEFL
Just say TOEFL.
TOEFL are normally distributed with a mean of 527 and a standard deviation of 112. What is the probability of an individual scoring above 500 on the TOEFL? How high must an individual score on the TOEFL in order to score in the highest 5%?
Okay. Now, can anybody tell me what this means? Ildefanus, can you explain it to your friends in Tetun what this problem means? Ini problema niya, buka saida, resolve saida. Explica to. O makoy letra na to. Explica to kung baon kolega siri at Tetun. Dali English, dali Tetun. You can, okay, go ahead. Ildefanus, are you still with us?
Yes, sir.
Okay, try explain it to your friends what you just read. Okay, what about the others? Imisilog sa matenes, sa lain Ildefanus. Sabi ba explica? Problema niya to husu saida. What is this problem about? Okay, setiap kali hafotim niya klasa biang sa debe imi. How do you before bahira to resolve the problema Ruma etapa primero tengi saida?
Tengo mi problema, teacher.
Comprende ulo?
Pregunta.
Comprende uno.
Perguntas. Comprende ulo
Perguntas.
perguntas, maka foi o buka resposta. Comprende ulo ne problema, maka foi o buka solução. Ok? Agora dadaok nene, ninha problema ne imi bele legal Agora, ninha perguntas ne husu saida, ni dia nessa ne. Scholarship, programa bolso estudo sira ia Timor-Leste nene. Bye-bye nessa, por exemplo, ba Nova Zelândia, ba Austrália, ba América, ba Filipina, ba Malaysia sir nene. Bye-bye ne ema husu atu teste inglês sira los galai. Sema pernah tuir proseso teste bolso estudo ne pasti sira tene. Se sema ne pernah tuir proseso teste bolso estudo para liur. Se sudah okay may daga, okay. Okay, so that means babae yung testa ne, ema se fo in teste English sida bulunaran TOEFL, o saray teste IELTS ne. Sema pernah foto na TOEFL o IELTS, test IELTS and TOEFL test ne. Sema pernah foto na. Ha? Sida ko tuga, lahi eme na pernah foto TOEFL o IELTS ga?
Yes, sir.
No,
Nobody?
teacher. No,
Nobody
no.
has ever done that? Oh, wow. That's
No,
surprising.
teacher.
Okay, we need to administer it. We have to put TOEFL and IELTS into JSU curriculum somehow at some point. All right. So, katak di sila sa 40 teste English. Teste English din yan nara maka TOEFL ho IELTS ne. Katak scores ya on TOEFL are roughly normally distributed. Katak, for example, si Emma atus ida ma 40 teste, nine score nene roughly normally distributed ho nini mean is 527. Holding a standard deviation 112. Now, what is the probability of an individual? Probabilidad sa ida, maka, what is the probability? Let's say x random variable x is the scoring above 500. What is the probability now? How high must an individual score on TOEFL? O tem que retam valor hira se karik on yung mean makaidane on yung standard deviation makidane o ato tama ba top 5% on yung nilay TOEFL tem que hira, for example. Okay. Now, in order to do that, ita tem que muda uluk ita niya valor x ita nene ita muda uluk telay ba ita niya z score telay. Ita ni z score ne sa ita ni z value ne sa x minus ita niya mean divided by ita niya sa ita. Tama tene. Standard deviation. Okay, ito na yung natin ito formula na. You still remember that? Okay, this x value is equals to 500 minus the mean. So you have 500 minus the mean of 527 minus divided by 112. What is the z value over here?
27.
27? What do you mean 27? The z value has to be between 0 and 1 only.
5.
What?
5.
How do you get a 5? The z value must be between 0 to 1 only. Wait, how do you guys get even a 5? Now I'm confusing. Balu by file 25 ne may sinabi ka. Yung secret ka?
27. teacher.
27 din. O ito 27 le may leteng ni o sa dividir tama 112 ne am sama 27 pali. Ore matematika ekspresan awak kere kene na klar ka. 500 minus 527 bagi 112. Laos
Teacher,
Napa?
I was looking at the question above, teacher. I wasn't looking at the one below.
Okay, yeah. So what is this 500 minus what is the z value for here?
It's negative 0.24.
Give me one more decimal value. 2 for what? 2 for what?
Negative 1 and 0.
2410 like this?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Oscar.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So now that you have so z negative 2410 ne. If you want to approximate, that will be somewhere over here, yeah. Okay, I'm just ballparking here. Suppose this is your z equals to negative 0.2410. Okay, so you want to know what is the probability greater than that. So probability greater than that, to the right or to the left of this G line?
Right.
To the right. Okay, so greater than that. This will be the area of this. Okay, so how do you find this area? You know that the total area is what? 1.
1.
And you know that from this to this is the z value that in the table that you can find. Right? But the red is the z value corresponding that you find in the table. Plus that, this is from table. So all you need to do is find that black one. Okay, so how do you find that area in the black? probability of z greater than negative 0.2410 is equals to what? 1 minus probability of what? 1 minus probability of z equals to 0 negative that. Technically, the red one minus the green one minus the red one. So probability of x greater than 500 is equal to probability at which your z is probability. So you have 1 minus, which is this one over here, minus probability of z equals to negative 0.2410. Okay, negative 241 you can already find, right? So go to the table, negative 241, negative 241, z equals to negative 241. Negative 241. 214 or 241? 241, yeah? 241.
241.
Okay, so go negative 241, negative 2420, 21 here, 241 makna. That will be what? 0.00798. Lost ka lang? Lost ka lang?
Yes, teacher.
0.00798. 0.00798. So that will be 0.00798. Okay, what is this minus here? 1 minus 0.00798. So that will be 0.99202, which approximately 99.202%. So to answer the question, what is the probability an individual scoring above 500 on TOEFL? What is the probability of that? 99% probability. Okay, or 0.99. That's very, very likely that somebody will score above 500.
Yes, teacher.
So that's how you find that answer. So this is answer number 1 for letter A. Now, what about how high must an individual score on TOEFL in order to score the highest 5%? Okay, screenshot this and then I'll do the letter B. Screenshot this and I can do the letter B. Done? Hoto na?
Yes,
Yes,
teacher.
teacher.
Okay. So now that you know this, let's do letter B. Well, the letter B is how high must an individual score to be part of the 5%? The top 5%. Yes, I da. Maybe immediate top 5%. Yeah. Top 5%. Okay, by here ito yung top 5% na sa Kaya imitaw yung linya probabilidad kan top 5% makakatak iha top ida paling leten liyo niya tola parte iha 5% of this. This is top 5%. Comprende kala? This is what mean what
Yes.
correct individual ida man niya score niya tama iha are ida niya clara between this. That means niya tola parte iha 5% in niya top 5%. So that means all you need to know is find this z value correspond to 5% is what. So that means how do you find that? So total is 1. So the one to the left of the z is in the table. Okay. Everything here to the left of the z line is from table. All right. So that means you just simply the area of 0.05 is equal to what? How do you find the area of that? Yeah, so 0.05 is equal to this area from that z value, probability of that z value that you don't know. Oh, yeah, 1 minus, yeah, sorry, 1 minus 1 minus probability of that z value that you don't know. Okay? So ini ekspresa matematika ni may comprende ka. This one. Hindi okay na ako ni. Tama siya naman okay ka sanay. Anybody understand what it is? What this means? 1 minus 1 minus probability of that Z value is equal to 0.05. Yeah, 5%. So that means ida ne ba ine maka 1. E depois ida miang ne maka ita lahat nini area ne maka 40 tabela 40 si tabela. Então, se cara kita 1 minus ba iya miang ne, ni hetang fali maka ito ne top 5% ni right naman. To ne comprende kale? You understand that, right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so that means we just have to P of Z equals to that is simply what? 1 minus 0.05, which is just equals to 0.95. Mas kale? So what is the Z value corresponding to 0.95? Now you go to the table. Let's go to the table. 0.95. Ne, yeah, ito na negativo lah ya. Then ito buka positive. 0.95 ya. 0.95 na yan Okay. 94, 94, 94, 66, 63, 95, 54. Okay, that will be this one, yeah. Then tolo sila. Oops. Ini thank halo interpolação sih sebenarnya. That will be 0.9505 between the two value, yeah. Oh, hindi na ito na o sila interpolação o sila imi makbe. Kalkular asirit ba? I'm just saying that this will be, I'm just using this to approximate 0.949 bel approxima by 0.95. So that will be corresponding to what? 1.64, yeah? Plus kala?
Yes, teacher.
1.64.
Sure.
Okay, so that means corresponding to 1.64. This is 1.64. And tena on the Z value na maka 1.64. Berarti 1.64 is equal to on your X minus on your mean on your standard deviation. On your X ne olah tene. On your mean olah tene katak 527. On your standard ne 112. Berarti 164 equals to X minus 527 divided by 112. So therefore, what is your score to be part of 5%, top 5%? 1.64 equal to X minus 527 divide that by 112. Okay? What is the value? Ini hetang sada X sira. What you guys get? I get 710.68. Okay, nebe sekarik ema ida mania score ne both liu greater than 710 berarti niya ne ita dia ne tama niya top 5%. Husi ema niya tama niya top 5%. Comprende kala? Perguntas rumah?
Sure, I'm a little confused on the B there, the last.
The last one? Which one?
Yeah.
The formula? You mean the expression here? Or
Yes, the expression, the answer. I'm a little confused on that one.
on how I get 710?
Yes, teacher.
It's just algebra.
Oh.
You multiply 112 by 1.64. 112 times 1.64 is equal to X minus 527. What is 112 times 1.64? That will be 1.83 68 equals to X minus 527. Therefore, X is equals to 183.68 plus 527. What is that?
$710.68. Okay.
Okay, got it?
Okay, got it, teacher.
Okay, this is just algebra, okay?
Okay.
Okay, pregunta Sherlock. Any other questions? All right, shall I preguntas rumah? Okay, what about this? Okay, siapa belelei dan baita. Oh, mana tena? Si Dalia Viana, letok kita nomor 2 nih. Si Dalia iya kali.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, read problem number 2.
An adult has on average 5.2 liters of blood. Assume that variable is normally distributed and has a standard deviation of 0.3. Find the percentage of people who have less than 5.4 liters of blood in their system.
Okay, ini dia saya. An adult has on average 5.2 liters of blood. Ne katak ema adulto ida nene, ema adulto nene ni volume rang ini ising lolong ne rata-rata nene ni volume nene the volume of the average ya. So that means the mean ya, the mean is 5.2 liters. The mean of adults in the blood ne. Now 5 liters of blood. Okay, assuming kata volume ba blood ba cada individu ida ya população ida nene sirnya volume ne imi plot ya probability distribution function correct niane normally distributed. Sini tes sudah aprende central limit theorem tam saya nama normal distribution ini ya effectivulos, okay? Assume the variable is normally distributed and has standard deviation of 0.3. Okay, find the percentage of people who have less than 5.4 liters of blood in their system. Okay, what is the percentage? I mean, find the probability that the x is less than, that's also if we define the random variable x to be liters of blood in a system, in the liters of blood in a person's system, Então, kita boleh lihat what is the probability or what is the percentage of people who have less than 5.4. What is that? Okay, so we have to convert this x into the ita tu uja tabela be z table anto ita tem que convert the variable ne baru tu letene z value la ilo. Então, ito ni z corresponding to this x is equals to 5.4. Okay, ito dalito tayo ito formula z ne sa na. X equals to z equals to x minus
The mean.
x minus the mean divided by the standard deviation.
Standard deviation. Okay.
Okay, our x here is 5.4 minus the mean of 5.2 divided that by 0.3. Okay, what is the z value over here? Huh? 0.667. What's gonna?
Mine just says 0.666. So
Yeah, 666. You rounded it to 67, then it's the same value, right?
Ah.
Round it to 360
Okay.
figures.
okay.
All right. So now that you already have this, so that means technically you want to find probability that z is less than 0.667. Okay, let's put a line. Where is 0.667 in a bit? That will be, I will say, somewhere over here, no? What's the line? 0.667. That means we want to find less than it to the left or to the right of this?
To the left.
To the left.
To the left.
All you need to do is you just block everything to the left. So because you want to find the area to the left of that, all you need to do is get the information from the table. So go to the table, see if, okay, negative table, maximum 0.5, let's say, and try to take a positive table, 0.667. Let's go. Let's look at 0.667 in a bit. Where do I get my table? 0.667. Okay, here it is. 0.667. Where is it? What is 0.667? Okay, I have 666. Yeah, 667 like here. Okay, 67, 666. I think between these two values, Rosalie. What do you like?
Yes, sir.
Yes, teacher.
I think it's 666 dalam tulo nito. Ito uja dito na
Yeah.
666 nito na. Para lali ka gasta tempo interpolation ta baru
Yeah.
interpolation. 0.43 ya.
0.4.
Los galay.
Yes, teacher.
0.43. I'm just gonna use 0.43. Yeah, you can do interpolation to get the exact value, yeah, but 0.43. Okay, so that means the area of this is equal to probably 0.43 or approximately 43%. So how do you answer that question? Find the percentage of people who have less than 5.4 liters of blood in their system. How many percent of people of that?
43%.
43%. Very good. So now, agora resolve un problema e mi fa in visualization atau ini aplicação babe probabilidade hobe normal distribution ho z-score ne aplicação ma que conceito será nessa nene. Mas foi exemplo será nene exemplo nebe genérico ya exemplo nebe geral nebe imi bele imagina imi bele ia relação kata ita bele aplica nessa nene. Ou seja, nebe conceito teoria matemática será imi bele aplica ba conceito saída será dados saída dentro imi bele usa atu prosesa será atu aplica be conceito normal distribution ba. Agora tambah saída maka normal distribution ne diakne or sila ita estuda ita hawa tudo fali. Normal distribution is that one of the great discovery in mathematics, yeah. It's very, very awesome. Like you will be surprised why normal distribution works. I'll show you later why. But for now, you know how to use the z-table, z-score table, and how do you relate the area under the curve correlates to probability, right? And then you use these techniques to answer these kinds of questions. So that's the application of z-score and normal distribution. All right. Any question? You pregunta, Sir Rene? This problem is quite simple, no? Not very difficult. You just have to look at the table. Preguntas, Ruben?
None, teacher.
All right. What about next problem? Nah, I don't like this problem. Let's do next one. All right. What about this one? This is a cool problem. I like this one. Pavan, read this for us. Read it and explain it.
When designing an environment, one common criterion is to use designing that accommodates 95% of the population. How high should a doorway be if 95% of men will fit through without bending or bumping their head? That is, find the 95th percentile of men. Assume that weight of men are normally distributed with a mean of 1.8 meters and a standard deviation of 0.1 meters.
Okay. Can you explain to the classroom? What's that problem mean? What is the objective of the solving the problem here?
Identifying how tall or how how high should a certain design choice be for most of the population? Oh, okay.
Okay. Comprende? Can you explain it or no?
So I think it's just finding the exact height and measurement of the average height of a man of men. I think that's what it's saying.
Okay. So por ejemplo, nessa name, sa karik imi makabadaing ida, halok oramatang los galay. Imi hakarak halo oramatang ne labele as liu no labele badak liu. Sa karik imi desenyo oramatang ida makabadak liu, antang ema laban ema seha kruk. Sekarik imi be gambar desenyo ada mata nebe niya asli utia imi gasta material de. Basically. Então, nine perguntas ne o insama ka o desenha sasang ida o gambar buat cuma ka o inventa sasang rumah ne o hakara kata 95% husi ema nebe usa sasang ne se usa duni. Kata o sekarik o hakara desenha halo ora matang ine nebe 95% husi ema ne lau tama bani ni la precisa kru o ni la precisa baku ni ulum ba ora mata ni leteng na bane. Okay? Por exemplo, that is the case. Nya caso ne mane. That means kata ita tem que buscar 95 percentiles of men in terms of nina height. Nebe ni dia assuming kata the height of all men in the population are normally distributed ho nini ming na sada 1.8 meter. Ho nini standard deviation is 0.1 meter. Okay, well, I think 1.8 meter is very, very high, yeah. 1.8 meter is like it's like a European level size. Timor in average height na sa let me just change this to 772. 172 centimeter, yeah. This is not very realistic problem. I don't like the 1.78 here. Let me just change this to okay, I wanna change this to 1.72 instead of 78. All right, so we have the mean of 1.78 meter. And the standard deviation of 0.1 meter. All right, so, but we want to find the 95th percent. So that means if I have a normal distribution table like this, okay, I got a tabela ulit tao, but just imagine that. So say I have a z-score table where you have a normally distribution table on a SANEA. Okay, just imagine that. Okay, I have a very bad drawing over here. So what you mean is you want to find how high should a doorway be if 95% of the men? You want to find 95%, the area, everything that is 95%. Okay, what is the z value corresponding to 95%? Okay, so 95%, 0.95. Okay, so you just go to the table, look for 95% corresponds to what z value? Wait, what is the table again? Okay, 0.95. What is it? 95, 0.959595. Yeah, let me just use this one. 1.64, yeah? 1.64. 9495 is close to 95. 1.64. Okay? Let's suppose z-score of 1.64. Okay, that will be the z-score of 1.64. That corresponds to 95% of everything. Okay, so what is that height? So that means 1.64 is equal to, so the z-score formula is what? What is the z value? The formula z is equals to x minus mean divided by standard deviation. You know your z-score to be 1.64. You already know that. You don't know this x value, but you know the mean of 1.72. You know the standard deviation of 0.1. What is the value of x here? Huh? Value of x is what? Come on, quick, calculate. I get 1.884 meter. Okay, nebe sekarik baka o desenyo uma ida maka ho ninya asne 1.88 meter, berarti ema 95% husi ema nebe uzo na mata ne ni lao bakar ni sila ni ulun sila kona ba iha ni ulun sila kona ba iha oda matang ni sila bako ba oda matang. Got it? Any questions? Perguntas Ruma about this problem?
No, teacher.
All right, so for homework number here, number 8 ni atin na to. Homework number 8 ni ini problem number 1 mana be ya. So problem number 1 maka idane P1, P2, P3, P4. Otam P5 maka idane be P5 may idane ya. 49 ne. Aho be aho chain ne tlos kara.
Yes, teacher.
Ini screenshot na to da homework number 8 ya. So this is homework sama may tade kari. Homework number 8, problem 1, problem 2, problem 3, problem 4, problem 5 man. Problem 5 ni halo mag-aho chain ni. Okay, sa ni maghakiyak mano ko koreka na si Priano. Okay, mano hira.
Vai, teacher.
Okay, pregunta sa rumah. Tantan problema aplikasyon dia ano yung hindi ako nakari. Okay, what about this one? This is cool. Efraja, can you read this for us?
Yes, teacher. Height
Height requirement.
requirement. FDTL Army height requirements for women's height is between 158 centimeter and 203 centimeter. Assume that height of the Timorese women are normally distributed with the mean of 153.5 centimeter and standard deviation of 45 centimeter. A, find the percentage of women that meets the height requirements. Are any women being denied? Are many women being denied the opportunity to join the army because they are too short or too tall? B, if the FDTL changes the height requirements so that all women are eligible except shortest 1% and tallest 2%. What are the new height requirements?
Okay, can you explain to your classroom what this problem means? You can do it in Tetun or English. It's fine.
Actually, the question is about to require the to hire the FDTL of Army.
Yes, the question is about hiring a new member of the FDTL Army, specifically new women Army force, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Is the highest requirements is between 158 centimeter and 203 centimeter.
Yes,
and
correct.
And they also assume that the height of Timorese women are normally distributed with the mean in 153.5 centimeter, and also the standard deviation is 45 centimeter. So
Okay.
in the question A, they say that it says that find the percentage of women that meets of high requirements.
Okay.
And are many women being denied the opportunity of army because of the are too short and too tall?
Okay, yeah. Thank you. That's good explanation. Nebe tetong kali dia sane. If the tele atu recruta feto sira atu tama ba ya Forza Armada, por exemplo, ya. No se de requerimento nene feto nia as tem que entre 158 centimeter and 203 centimeter. Agora, ita assumi katak, feto hotu ya timor nene ni ya as nek sekar ita halo plot ya probability distribution function ni ya normally distributed. Hon ni mean ne 153.5, hon standard deviation ne 45 centimeter. Okay? Nine perguntas. Ita buka tok percentage gira husi te feto Timor Leste maka tama ba yung kriteria as entre 153 158 to 203 centimeter ne? Okay, how do you find that? Okay, ita dihang katak, ita niya probability requirement ne, ita niya height requirement is between, let's say the height requirement is between 158 to 203 centimeter. This is the height requirement, yeah? Sekarang o tama ba iha ne, berarti one tama ba iha? O tam one kategoria one bele kualifika ba iha atau aplika ba iha Forza Armada ya, hanesan feto ida. Berarti ita thinki depois niamas assume kata the height of the Timorese women are normally distributed. Okay, assuming this is my rough sketch of normal distribution, yeah. Well, that doesn't look too bad. That's actually really nice. I'm actually proud of myself about my drawing. That's funny. Okay, imagine this is your normal distribution. Ihamiya clara. This is your mean, yeah. But the z-score is actually 0. If you want to put that as a z-score, yeah. All right, so this is 0, yeah. Z-score equals to 0. Agora, ita buka ulog. Iya be 158 nene z-score here. That will be 158 minus 153.5 divided that by 45. What is that? Yes, sir. 158 minus 153.5 divided that by 45. So that's about 0.1, yeah? So that will
Yes,
be,
teacher.
that will be what? 0.1. So that will be 0.1 here, 0.2, and then 0.3. So let me say this is your 0.1 line. Okay. And then the next one is what? This one. The z-score for this is what? 203 minus 153.5 divided by 45. Let's stop. So what you get here? 203, yeah? So that will be 1.1. So 1.1. So that means if this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. So that means this is 1.5 is somewhere over here. That makes it 1.1 is somewhere very, very close to each other here. Okay, so this is 1.1. The green one is 1.1. Green is 1. The magenta is 1.1. Antang ita karak buka maka area ida ya clara ne between this area over here. Okay, how do you find that area again? We know that from this to this magenta over here, that's the z-score. You can find that in a table with corresponding to 1.1. This is probability of z equals to 1.1, the area for that. And then the green one is from here to here. That is the probability of z is equals to 1. Okay, so how do you find that area in the shaded region? Huh? That will be just what? Probability of z equals to 1.1 minus. What's that? Probability of z equals to 1. That will be equal to the area of that shaded region. Correct? What's correct?
Yes, teacher.
And then this 1.1 and g equals to 1 can be found in tables. Okay, let's go to the table. Find g equals to 1.1 and g equals to 1. Let's go to the table. (1.1). Not here. It has to be the positive. Okay, 1.1 and 1. Okay, 1.1 is what? 0.8643. How's the line? 1.1 is 8643. 1.0 is 8413. Write this down. 1.1 is 8643. 8413. Okay, 8643. Did you guys write it down? Did you guys write it down or no?
Already wrote it, teacher.
Could you
Yeah.
repeat?
Okay, 8643 and 8413. Yeah, so 1.0 is 8413. 1.1 is 8643. Okay, now that you know that. Okay, so what is 1.1 again?
$86.43.
8643. What about z equals to 1?
8413.
84.13.
Okay, so what is the area of that?
0. Let me see.
0.023, yeah. Okay, so that the area in that shaded region is 0.023. Okay, now that you already know this area of that, so the probability that women in Timor-Leste will have meet the requirement is just 2.3% only to meet that criteria, which is very, very small probability, logically. Neve sekarang kita niya mima kidane, sekarang kita niya mima ka 153.5, ito niya standard deviation maka 45, may be on requiremento ni entre 158 to 203, então aproximadamente ni, so i-effetto 2.3% si feta makabele, i-effetto Timor-Leste makatam sa tama yung kriteria be. Atu be, sayda? Bele aplica by Forza Armada FDT, which is very, very small, right? Does this sound like a fair requirements? Ito na requirement be fair ka la fair?
Not fair.
No, because yeah, you see, so sekarang imita requiremento sa ni cover it maka 2.3% of the population, which doesn't make any sense. Okay? Nebe, the question number A naman eh. And now find the percentage of women. A, find the percentage of women. Only 2.3% of women are eligible. Okay, the point. Are many women being denied of the opportunity to design because many women be denied because many women being denied because too small get too tall, too short get too tall, too short. Why too short? Because niya mean height ne 153 day, niya requirement ne 158 keras. That's why. So that's why, because they are too short. So that's question response for answer for question number question letter A niya. All right. Preguntas rumah about this problem?
No, teacher.
All right. So, screenshot tira na how to happen how to resolve the B ini. Done?
Pretty screenshot it, teacher.
Sure.
All right. Screenshot o sama kere kaya kaderno ganun sana na. Imi screenshot sana imi pasa file imi kaderno gala. Did you guys put it back in your book or no? You have to, yeah. Otherwise you cannot study. I don't mind if you just if you don't write the textbook. I just mind if you can answer the question on the exam. Alrighty. Okay, let's do problem B. Favanyu, can you explain letter B? What are we trying to find?
Trying to identify what are the new height requirements for women.
Okay, so basically, what are the new height requirements? Oh, why did I erase my normal distribution table? Oops. I'm so bad at this. Okay, never mind. Let me just erase everything first. Okay, so sekarang FDTL mudah ini requiremento. If the FDTL changes the height requirement so that all women are eligible except the shortest 1% and tallest 2%, what are the new height requirements? Okay. FDTL ita karak sugere ba ia FDTL para mudah siya height requirement katak imi mudah para Ema mayoritas si feto ne bela aplica except to feto ne be ninia badak the bottom the shortest 1% at the bottom and the tallest 2% at the top. So what does that mean? So it's assuming this is a normal distribution. All right. Oops. Let me get my table down. All right. So assuming this is a normal distribution. My drawing is not very good, but you just assume it, okay? So tallest 1%, shortest 1%, that will be, let's suppose you say, oh, this is the shortest 1% here. Yes, this is shortest 1%. And the tallest 2%, that will be somewhere over here. That will be tallest 2%. This is 2%, yeah. And that other one is the shortest. Okay, so you want to find the area or the probability in between that. So that will encompass as majority of the women. Does it? Now, linear area ba linear probability? Anto ito thank you ito ni z-score corresponding to that. So what is the z-score corresponding to the area of 0.01? What is that? Go to the table. You look at 0.01 corresponding to what z-value? 0.01 ano ba? Okay, is this here? Yes, I think so. 0.01. Yeah, I think this one is close. Yeah, 0.0099 and negative 2.33. Yeah. Negative negative 2.33. Yeah. Lost ka
Yes, teacher.
That will be negative 2.33. Negative 2.33. Okay. Negative 2.33. That's here. Okay, what about the tallest 2%? The tallest 2% na buka tallest 2% buka sa unsa. Kusi dane bayan ne maka tallest. Ang taong itatenki at buka ni ari dane. We need to find that will be 1 minus the probability of z equals to whatever value. Wait a minute. 1 minus, this is the 2%, right? So what is the z value? Okay, the area under that curve is 2%. I already know that. But what is the probability of the z value? This is 2%. What is the z value? What is the area? How do you get a 2% over here? So that means what is the probability of that z value? You don't know. 1 minus the probability of that value that you don't know corresponds to 2%, 0.02, which is this, right? So that means this is how you write them. 1 minus, the total is 1 minus that probability of that z value that you don't know. That has to be equal to 0.02%. So, what you get here? No. The area, what is the z value, okay? So that means probability is equals of the z unknown value is equal to what is that? 1 minus 0.98, yeah. Okay. So what is the z value corresponding to 0.98? Okay, 0.98. 0.98 is where? Somewhere over here, I think. 0.8992. Yeah, I'm just gonna use this one, yeah. 2.5. 2.05. 2.05. Let's go. 2.05, correct? Yes, 2.05.
Yes, teacher.
2.05. That will be 2.05. Okay? So now that you already know this, you already know the z value for the shortest one over here, you can find the x. So the z is equal to negative 2.33 is equal to, okay, your x that you don't know, you minus that to 153.5 because of the formula, yeah? G-score formula is equal to what? X minus the mean divided by standard deviation, yeah? Divided that by 45. Therefore, what is your x value over here? Let's call this x1. Huh? Negative 2.33 equals to x minus 153.5 divided by 45. So I get about 48.65 centimeter. What about this one? What about this one? That will be 2.05 equals to the x value minus 153.5. You divided that by 45. So ito na x value na sila. .75 centimeter. So that means that sa karik FDTL na makamulat yan niya requiremento, yeah? If they change the requirements to 48 between 48.65 centimeter to 245.75 centimeter, and the majority of women will be eligible to apply. Okay. So the question for letter B is, what are the new height requirement is this? Has to be between 48.65 centimeter up to 245.7 centimeter. That will include everybody, all the women except the shortest 1% of the women or the tallest 2% of the women. Any questions? Preguntas, Roma?
None, teacher.
No.
All right, good. I should probably give you some homeworks on that, huh? Okay, yung problem na homework number, number 8 to problem number 5 na to?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, I want to add another problem for you. Problem number 8. Problem 8. Let me just find it somewhere. Hey, why don't we use this American problem one, this one? It's made for garbage pound. No, I don't like this. Let me just quickly go to internet. Maybe I can find something. I want to find some. Okay. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, hold on. Let me see if we can. Uh-huh. Okay, awesome. Okay, so this is problem number what? Number 6, right? Let's go ahead. Yes, problem number 6. Okay, homework number 1 ni problem number 6 mana ya? This is problem number 6, P6. Screenshot this. Does everybody do that already?
Don't teacher.
Okay.
Screenshot already, teacher.
The final exam scores in a statistics class are normally distributed with a mean of 75 and standard deviation of 10. What percentage of students scored above 85 if the professor decides to give an A to top 10% of the student? What is the minimum score required for an A? What proportion of students scored between 65 and 85? Okay, you can use this concept of probability distribution to find that. All right, so that's homework number 8, problem 1 to problem 6. Everybody has that? Yes, the deadline is next week on Tuesday. Tuesday next week, yeah? Homework.
Okay, teacher.
Homework number 8, deadline is Tuesday. Today is December 3, right? December 10, 2024 at 11 a.m.
Will teacher add it to the Google Classroom?
Yes, I will do it after the class.
Okay.
All right, so that's homework number 8. Okay. So now that we know that, how do you determine if a distribution has a normal distribution or not? Okay, now we go to how do you determine if a probability is normally distributed or no? Meaning determine, how do you determine the normality of a distribution of a probability distribution function? Okay, a normally shaped or bell-shaped distribution is one of the many shapes that the distribution can assume, yeah? Normal distribution is just one of the many shapes, yeah? So, but how do you check? There are several ways for a statistician to check if the distribution is normally. The easiest way is to draw a histogram for the data and check its shape, okay? If the histogram is not appropriately bell-shaped, then the data are not normally distributed. For example, like this. So which of the 3 is normally distributed? A, B, or C?
The B one, symmetric.
B.
Yes, B is the normal distribution table, symmetric, meaning when your distribution is symmetric, your mean, your median, and your mode is all equal value, all close to each other. Very, very similar. Okay. Now, on the other way is if you look at here, this is a positively skew or right skews. If the drawing looks like something like this, if you have a drawing that looks like this, this is a positively skewed. And if you have a distribution that looks like this is a negatively skewed. Okay. I know my drawing is not very good, but you understand what I mean. So this is a normally distributed. You can look at the distribution. This is the probability distribution function, yeah. Okay, these are all PDF, probability distribution function. All right. That's one way you can do that. Another way you can do that is that look using the skewness formula. The skewness can be checked by using the Pearson's coefficient. Yeah. Okay, Pearson's coefficient is the formula for Pearson's coefficient is this: PC is equals to 3 multiplied by the mean minus the median divided by standard deviation. This is the Pearson's coefficient formula. Okay, ato determina kata on a distribution normal galay, if on a PC is greater than or equal to 1, correct on a Pearson's correlation greater than 1 or less than or equal to -1, and then the distribution is said to be skewed. Sekali kung yung valor na maka 1.113 or -1.45, that has to be skewed. So valor between that is sekali valor maka 0 point something, then that is not skewed, yeah. Maybe, for example, how correct tao ito ni number line kari kan sana. So imagine this is your number line. Okay, this is your 0 line over here. Okay, and this is your +1, and this is your -1. If Pearson's correlation maka iharesyang idane, that means that is skewed. If niya iharesyang idane, that means this is a skewed. The only value that is not skewed is less than or equal to is in this region. This region is where if your Pearson's correlation is equal to 0, that means it's perfectly normal distribution. Sekali niya 0, berarti that's perfect. That's like perfectly normal. Okay? If it's even -0.01, that's okay. We can assume that to be normal as well. But ito bele usa Pearson's correlation ato defini kata kung distribution normal ka la normal. Comprende ka le? And that is the formula. 3 multiplied by x minus the median divided that by the standard deviation. Okay? So for example, let's suppose if we do this. A survey of 118 tech companies showed that the number of inventory, for example, the data naman the number of days they had on inventory, yeah? So it construct a frequency distribution kari kana sanay. Okay, between 5 to 29 in the frequency erua, and 5 and 29 only. Between 30 to 54 in the frequency tolo. Ni mi hareta tabela misura diba? But you know how to construct this, right? And then if you distribute that, plot that, then you will get this. This is not a very looks like a normal distribution, but not quite, yeah? But you can use a Pearson's coefficient to calculate how normally distributed is your data. Your mean is 79.5, your median is 77.5, your standard deviation is 40.5. So since the histogram is approximately bell-shaped, we can say that the distribution is approximately normal distribution, yeah? So you can check for the skewness using the Pearson's correlation, Pearson's coefficient. That's about 0.148. Ito India said the perfect normal distribution is the Pearson coefficient is 0, yeah? So that's about, yeah. In this case, it's not greater than 1 or less than 1, so it can be concluded that the distribution is not significantly skewed, yeah? The distribution is not significantly skewed. Now you can check for outliers. Recall that ito niya outlier ni, ito lahat outlier. Alright, so basically, in your conclusion, since the histogram is approximately bell-shaped, the data are not significantly skewed, and there are no outliers, it can be concluded that the distribution is approximately normal distribution. Okay, so basically, this is one way. So basically, you just use the Pearson's coefficient formula to calculate. For example, if this data fali ime calcula karik, for example, ime calcula dados ida ne fali, ime harire to si tabela nemo niya loss normal distribution lo dala. Ime check ni skewness, ni mean, ni median, ni standard deviation naman Ime tau ba ni valor ne hetang fali negative 1.186. And tau niya ne tamba valor o hetang ida ne, berarti this is not a normally distribution, is significantly skewed to the left. So this is not a normal distribution table. Sa karik niyan ito niya distribution ne makalaos normal antang ita labele usa conceito normal distribution ne ita labele usa G table for the analysis of ito niya data. Okay? So this is another way to plot normality is to plot the box plot. The box plot sana sila kanorimi nila. I don't think I skipped that part, I think. Yeah, it's fine. All right. All right, yeah, preguntas Ruma. Next meeting may continue how central limit theorem because central limit theorem is a very cool theorem that I want you to understand. I don't want, we only have like 3 minutes, so. All right, so yeah, preguntas Ruma. Selaya ita continua ya quinta, okay?
No, teacher. There's no questions, teacher.
Okay, good. Let me take quick absences. All right, so today is December 3rd, right?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
So today is December the 3rd. All right, Ademia Leite.
Present, teacher.
Ademia Leite is present. Alessandra S. Silva.
Present, teacher.
Ana Sofia dos Santos.
Present, teacher.
Angelica Fernandez. Antonia Caunan.
Present, teacher.
Antonio de Jesus Marsal.
Present, sir.
Armandino da Silva Gomez.
Present, teacher.
Francio Lopez.
Present, teacher.
Celso Cardozo.
Present, teacher.
Cidalia Viana.
Present, sir.
Cipriano Bobo. Diana Saldaña.
Present, teacher.
Elisa dos Reis Moisés. Efrasia Pereira.
Present, sir.
Evangelita Suarez. Giovanni Guterres.
Present, teacher.
Giovanni Ramos Moniz. Ilefano Suarez Pinto.
Present, sir.
Jennifer Pinto.
Present, sir.
Jesuina Rosso.
Present, teacher.
José da Costa.
Present, teacher.
Josio da Costa. Leonito Guzmán Velo.
Present, teacher.
Livania Paula Barbosa. Malequias da Silva.
Present, teacher.
Mario Márquez. Natalia Fernández.
Present, teacher.
Neusa Méndez.
Present, teacher.
Noemia da Silva.
Present, teacher.
Nofiana Suárez Ribeiro. Nofiela de Jesus Mafalda.
Present, teacher.
Paula Ramos.
Present, teacher.
Paulo Sarmento.
Present.
Remilde da Costa Rosso.
Present, teacher.
Serafina Jimenez.
Present, teacher.
All right. Thanks everybody for coming. See you on Thursday. Bye-bye.
Honnaran sirok bolo, teacher.
Marinara Saira.
Teacher, me too.
Cipriano Setan.
Livania, teacher.
Okay, got it. Thank you, everybody. See you. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Yeah,